Hey, what's up, guys? It's Monty. Listen, I had a great time at the SBE event. Unfortunately, some of our interviews did not come out the way I wanted because I was trying to do everything myself and I did not have any staff with me. And so because of that, the audio or the video didn't work in some of these interviews, which I deeply apologize for. This one you're going to see, I'm gonna drop out because the camera battery died. And that's why you gotta have good staffing, man. But I still wanted to get some of this content out because I met some great people and had some amazing experiences. So bear with us. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but we will be back better than ever. All right, guys, you know what to do. Be blessed. Stay sharp. Guys, what's up? Monty, we are here. I don't know when I might put them first because it's their thing, but this is technically the last interview. But it has been an amazing time here for the Super Bowl experience. I have Kanita here from Adinek. I had it wrote down, Adinek Talent.
You said it right?
Yeah, there we go.
Hey.
And you might remember Lauren, of course, All in Recruiting. And these ladies have put on an amazing event tonight. All of these people that you've seen come through was courtesy of them. So first of all, I know you guys are tired, but how you doing?
Doing great.
Excited to be here. It's been a great night.
Yes.
Sure.
Definitely.
Yes,
Great
it is.
turnout.
It was.
What was the genesis to do this? Like, what was kind of the impetus for you guys to even want to put something on like this?
Well, you know what? We are a part of the NFL Business Connect program.
Mm-hmm.
And so only 200 businesses in the state of Nevada were selected for this program to compete for contracts for the Super Bowl and Super Bowl related events.
Mm-hmm.
And so Kanita and I happened to be in the 200 and we ended up winning contracts. Both of us have several contracts between us. And we met literally out at CSN doing a recruiting event. And I was like, wait, who else would have a Super Bowl football balloon? Right?
Great minds think alike.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And so I went over to meet her and we actually found out we had a ton of things in common.
Yeah.
It's almost scary, right?
scary.
Like,
Right.
clearly, you can see we
Awesome,
kind of
yeah.
have the same
Same
hair
hair.
color.
Skin
I
color.
didn't pick that.
Height. I'm a little shorter though.
Right.
But
Yeah, we're both shorties, and we're cute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We can say that.
We can say that. And, just really excited about the opportunities that we've been able to present.
Yeah.
And so we both had an agenda to celebrate our employees before the event. And so being women, minority business owners, I found it appropriate for us to collaborate and to do it together so that all of our employees could meet each other because they're all going to be working the same event.
Yeah. That's true.
And so we said, let's put something great together. And this was the result of it.
Nice. So let me ask then, and not that I want to get to the point where we're not just remarking about this like it's a big deal, but again, like you said, female business owners, minority business owners, how important is it, I'll ask you, how important is it to really make sure your imprint is out there in this business world, and especially in this city, especially for the Super Bowl? Like, we out here, recognize us, you know what I'm saying? How important is that?
I think it's super important. I think we got a lot of compliments that even people just coming here tonight saying how proud they were of us. I think it's inspirational for other people if we have an opportunity to pay it forward by setting an example. I think it's extremely important for the community as well. And Lauren and I also found that towards the end of our recruiting efforts that we were just being pushed people. So we were like, okay, well, we think that we're the ones that's carrying this effort this far at this point. So let's celebrate together all of the hard work that we did. And there were a lot of people that also inquired about what we were doing and how we came together and how we were able to collaborate.
Wow.
And so Lauren was able to use some of her connections and put some things out in the atmosphere about what we were doing. But I think some of the community leaders and the support has been tremendous. So I think people are really excited that we're collaborating. And I think the teammates have been super excited as well that we're here together and what we're doing to support them.
That is awesome. So again, I'm kind of speaking of it in general, but just so you understand again, so the Super Bowl is coming to Las Vegas. Now, what that means is not just the game on Sunday. There is so many things leading up to it for the week and like just happenings and stuff. And so that's what these ladies are talking about in terms of, because, you know, all the local business, the Super Bowl goes to different cities all the time. So the local businesses, you just can't say, we're with the Super Bowl, so we won't be at the stadium. You know, you got to bid on it. And that's why we were talking about how they won the bids and things like that. Now they're recruiting talent. So we were here and they had a wonderful presentation. Now you also said something that I like to hear as well, because you said your son is also involved as well. And, you know, you kind of gave him a nice plug, but of course, you know, if mom don't, who else going to? You know,
well, he was a sponsor. So
right, that's what I'm saying.
That's the only reason why he got the plug. But most of the time, people are like, why didn't you tell me? And I'm like, well, you know, but he did provide some lip balms tonight for all of the people to take advantage of. We wanted to bring in a lot of business owners from the community as well.
Right.
Some of them were not able or did not want to bid on some of the contracts or were not in the program, but that still doesn't mean that we don't deem them as really good partners, and they don't need some recognition because they have some amazing products. So that's one of the things that we tried to do. Lauren was very instrumental in that, as well as bringing in other Business Connect members that had small businesses, and they donated. And I mean, for a small business, that's a lot. So we want to make sure that we give them a shout out.
Yeah.
So Lauren, I want to ask you then, how do you feel because me and my friends were just talking about it, especially in the city. I'm like, man, there's so much happening. This is people real. There's a lot of money flowing through the city right now. I mean, F1s is here, you know, the Sphere opened up, Fontainebleau, all these things. How do you feel the climate is for small businesses? Is it better in this city now? Is it kind of stagnant? What do you feel is this a good time for these small businesses?
I think it's a great time for small businesses. I think as more events come to Vegas, right, and we're positioning ourselves as not only the entertainment capital, but now a sports capital.
Yes.
And we have these programs like the Business Connect program that are intentional about being diverse and inclusive and actually, you know, inviting the local small businesses to participate. Mm-hmm. So I think as more of those opportunities come, such as the NBA and everything else that's coming to town, there will be more opportunities for us to be able to provide talented professionals, diverse professionals, create jobs and put more Nevadans to work. And also be able to leverage other businesses that have supported us in our initiative, which is to collaborate, right? And so, you know, thank you to Nevada State Bank for showing up for us and providing goodie bags for our employees tonight. And by the way, between the two of us, we're talking about over 200 people, right?
Wow.
This is no small feat. It's been a lot of work. We've put in a lot of time and quite frankly, a lot of money.
Talk about it.
In unison, right? Money into this agenda. And so, you know, we're grateful that it's going to create more opportunities for these people to work and to be able to generate income for their families. But Nevada State Bank, Access Community Capital here tonight.
Yeah, shout out.
We even had, you know, MGM Resorts present supporting us. Kobe's, the lip balm,
Beignet, as well.
Yep.
Yes.
Curly Top Baker. We have Rocky Nash here tonight covering us for reporting. We even have former NFL players here tonight that actually showed up. Kendall Williams and Kerwin Williams, which is awesome. And so, there's so much opportunity. I'm very optimistic about the future of what the town will bring to small businesses.
It's really important because I actually read a story today about what's happening in D.C., which is kind of the opposite, unfortunately. The owner of the football team there, he owns the football team and the basketball team, and he's thinking about moving them out to Virginia. And there's a lot of people upset because, you know, those teams, that's a 41 dates for basketball. It's, 80,000 people for football, and the local businesses are already worried. You know what I mean? And so there's such a ripple effect when those things happen. You know, fortunately here in Las Vegas, we're kind of feeling the upswing of that. But as you can see, there's so many moving parts that happen to this. So I want to ask you one more question. It's been a long night, things like that. But you probably get this a lot, but a young man or a young woman comes up, I want to do what you guys are doing. Man, it looks great. How do I get started? Like, and I'm sure you've heard it a lot of times, and I know you just can't make it into one quick answer, but what would you tell the aspiring entrepreneur that I want to get into recruiting. I want to do what you guys are doing. It looks awesome. I want to help people get jobs and stuff. If you can kind of encapsulate both of you guys, go ahead.
I guess I'll start. And I would say that you need to have patience. You have to have tenacity. And honestly, what we do is not technically rocket science. So let me just say that. So when the pandemic happened, a lot of people kind of pivoted and they said, you know what, I'm going to flip open a laptop. And they looked at some areas that were hiring, and a little bit after that, they said, I'm going to set up shop. I'm going to start doing recruiting. So I'm going to get on LinkedIn, and then I'm going to start, placing people and all of that. And it can be that easy. Yeah. But the sustainability of a company is not that easy. Yeah. So I would say that you have tenacity. You also have to have some savings, and you have to have a strong plan as well. And then also make sure that you have good partners. Yeah. We pulled this event off tonight because we've been invested in the community. Lauren even longer than I have. She's been in Las Vegas longer than I have. Her firm is a couple years older than mine. So we're invested in the community. So you have to be invested in the community, have a great network, and an amazing support system.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's great advice. I would agree with everything that you mentioned, and I would encourage folks that want to get into recruiting to understand that it is the people business, right? And so with the people business, there are so many different variables, right? You're not selling real estate. These are people that are looking for opportunities, people that are presenting opportunities. Sometimes, those opportunities go away. Sometimes people end up getting other jobs, or, jobs are closing and there's layoffs. And so there's a lot of volatility in the market, and you do have to have a very strong sense of perseverance. You have to be able to weather the storm when the market does have those kinds of conditions. And like you mentioned, capital is super important, right? So, thank God we've been blessed to be venture capital backed. And we've also got a partnership with Access Community Capital, which has been a godsend for my company as we've grown and we've scaled over the last 6 years. So it's not an easy thing to do, but I would certainly encourage you to study it, right? To get in human resources, to work in it, right? She and I both worked in this industry before we started our own companies. Yeah. In fact, we're both MGM Resorts alumni. We did learn that, which was a great training ground for professionalism and lots of different things. But certainly, be diligent about your learning and your development, and understand that it's the people business, and you have to be a people person. Right? You have to have some charisma. This is recruiting. Yeah. And you've got to make people want to have the desire to work with you and to stick with you as you present these opportunities. So it's very gratifying, though, once we get people in those jobs and they're able to do great things. And, I would encourage, younger people to maybe call Kanita and I and get some mentorship. So it's good stuff. It's good business.
It is, but and what I want to say, I've said this on the show before, there's no such thing as an overnight success. Every overnight success is probably 10 years in the making. Yes. So they just told you the grind part of it. But if it's something that you love, then it won't be a grind. It's just a process to get to another level. So, ladies, I want to thank you. This has been outstanding. They have provided me with some great interviews. I got plenty of content. This will not be the last time we're talking, of course, come Super Bowl time and all that stuff, and we'll look to hook back up. And I really want you guys to see the scope of what they're really talking about. I mean, some of their recruits came in and talked with us today, but this is a huge thing that's going on, and I'm very, very proud to be a part of it. And I'm very proud of you guys. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
So real quick, make sure just your plugs. Where can they find you guys? All those things like that. Go ahead.
Yes. So first of all, thank you to Trap Wings as well, who is here providing amazing food for our employees.
Folks like to eat now.
Thank you to Monty and the Shareholders Podcast for being here and learning about the different stories of our employees. I popped in, and some of them were starting to talk about their businesses and all that. I said, that's just great, right? Yeah. Because people have lives outside of what we're doing, which is great to showcase too. But you can find us at all-inrecruiting.com online. You can follow us at All In Recruiting. You can reach out to me on LinkedIn, which is my preferred social media. If you find me other places, that's great.
And you can find me on pretty much all social media channels as well. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, Threads, Facebook, and the website is theadanetgroup.com. And just, if you can spell Kenita, spell it backwards. That's what Adanek is. I know sometimes this is a little hard to pronounce.
She put me on game. I didn't realize. I was like,
So
okay.
theadanetgroup.com, that's where you can find us as well.
Awesome, guys. So this is Shareholders Podcast with Monty, of course. Check out. We're going to have way more interviews coming. Again, we got to figure out, Lauren, she invited me and I was like, cool. I thought I'd maybe get like 2 or 3 interviews. I literally had a line of people, man. So I'm very grateful. So we got to figure out how to edit these things out right and stuff like that. But check us out for more. This is what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to try to tag everybody you've seen. So if somebody's doing something you want to get in contact with, please, if this is something you like, these ladies are a wealth of knowledge. They will help you out. They will give you a shot. All right. Because Super Bowl's coming. They might get a job. You know what I'm saying? Working somewhere with them. All right. But you guys know what to do in the meantime. Please be blessed. Stay sharp.